Hi, I'm Rick Stiggins of the Assessment Training Institute in Portland, Oregon. For well over a decade now, my colleagues and I at ATI have provided educators with the professional development they need to meet increasingly complex assessment challenges. We help school leaders learn how to balance classroom and standardized assessments, and we help teachers learn how to use the assessment process to support, not merely check for, student learning. As we have worked with educators across the continent and around the world over the years, we have continued to learn. As we grow, we continually update our program of study to reflect our most current insights and strategies. Our growth is now extended into this, the fourth generation of ATI professional development, classroom assessment for student learning, doing it right and using it well. To introduce this program to you, let me share the big ideas or the driving concepts that form its foundation. First, because of the crucial role that assessment plays in shaping instruction and student motivation, we believe that every assessment absolutely must yield accurate information about student achievement. In addition, we believe the assessment process and its results should be used to benefit students, not merely to grade them. Thus, we ask anyone who endeavors to gather evidence of student learning to be sure to collect dependable evidence and use it effectively to promote learning. This program is specifically designed to help you learn to do those things. In the service of our mission to promote excellence in assessment, we draw upon lessons taught us by our colleagues in the Assessment Reform Group of the United Kingdom to distinguish between what we call assessment of learning and assessment for learning. You'll learn a great deal about that distinction as you complete our program. But essentially, assessments of learning ask how much our students have learned up to this point in time. They're assessments for accountability, that is, to verify learning. Our state assessments, local standardized tests, as well as classroom assessments used to determine report card grades, exemplify assessment of learning. We believe these are very important. Assessments for learning, on the other hand, want to use the assessment process and its results not merely to check for or verify learning, but literally to cause students to learn more. These are assessments designed to inform students about themselves and to help teachers understand specifically how to support student growth. If we are to achieve balance, we believe, everyone concerned with the quality and effectiveness of schools must understand the principles of sound assessment practice. For this reason, in our program, district and building administrators use our action planning guide for school leaders to learn how to move the organization toward balanced assessment. Classroom teachers learn to use assessment for learning through their study of our text designed especially for them. And parents and communities come to understand how assessment practices continue to evolve in healthy ways, and therefore sometimes will not look like they did when they were in school. This comprehensive coverage is the first of several unique features of this program that I want you to understand. A unique feature of our text for teachers, and indeed of the entire program, is that we do not assume that practitioners learn merely by reading about sound assessment practices. These are not materials that you merely read. Rather, the reading must be accompanied by seeing and analyzing and practicing with specific hands-on examples. For this reason, both the text for school leaders and teachers include DVD and CD collections of vignettes and sample assessments to help you learn by applying our strategies. Still further, as has been our tradition in previous generations of our program, we offer a set of interactive training video packages for those who wish to see and hear the ideas and wish to experience even more hands-on practice. Each video package connects directly to a particular chapter in the text in ways that make key ideas come alive and that extend the content somewhat beyond the text presentation. Yet another unique feature of our program is our approach to professional development. All materials have been designed and developed for use in professional learning communities. We believe that this method of professional development represents the future because it taps the strengths of collaborative learning and permits each of us to become a reflective learner. A study of award-winning professional development conducted by the National Staff Development Council found that, and I quote, "The very nature of staff development had shifted from isolated learning and occasional workshops to focused, ongoing, organizational learning built on collaborative reflection and collaborative structures," close quote. Another study conducted by the Consortium of Chicago School Research concluded that the most effective professional development is characterized by, and again I quote, "sustained coherent study, collaborative learning, time for classroom experimentation, and follow-up." And these studies represent just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to evidence of what works in professional development. We continue to learn valuable lessons about how to build better programs for team learning. Previous generations of our materials have been used extensively in learning team contexts. But the fourth generation of our materials have been specifically designed from the ground up to take advantage of a decade of growing wisdom about adult learning. As a result, in this new program, the presentation and the learning is far quicker and easier, more efficient than ever before. This is why we're so excited about this program and your interest in it. But the unique features don't stop there. In addressing the need for accurate classroom assessment, we've taken complex and technical validity and reliability concepts and transformed them into common sense ideas which we convey to you using everyday language in ways that any teacher could make operational in their own classroom with relative ease, given some time to practice. We know it's not always easy to assess accurately. Our mission in this program is to make it far easier than ever before. Among our standards of good practice, we contend that each assessment must accurately reflect clearly articulated achievement expectations. Another very exciting feature of our program is that it shows users how to transform their own state and local standards in all content areas across all grade levels into the different kinds of classroom-level achievement targets that form the scaffolding that students climb on their journey to meet those accountability standards. Then, we reveal how to transform classroom targets into student-friendly terms and accurate classroom assessments for learning that set everybody up for success. Our operational definition of the principles of assessment for learning highlight another unique feature of the program. We help teachers become far more effective by tapping the power of student-involved assessment, record-keeping, and communication. When students play key roles in the use of high-quality classroom assessment processes, research from around the world tells us that the result will be remarkable gains in their achievement. Literally hundreds of studies conducted over the past 2 decades have shown effect sizes of a full standard deviation and more in gains in student scores on high-stakes tests when teachers apply the principles of assessment for learning. But most exciting is the finding that the greatest gains are experienced by low-performing students. Thus, we can conclude that if we apply these principles as a matter of routine in classrooms, achievement score gaps will narrow. Our vision of high-quality professional development in classroom assessment drives us to want to be sure that you understand the full array of tools that you have at your disposal for tracking and promoting growth in student learning. We want you to know how to make smart choices from among these options. So we'll show you how to apply the principles of assessment for learning as they play out with all of the assessment methods: selected response, extended written response, performance assessment, and direct personal communication with your students. We will demonstrate how to communicate effectively about student achievement using test scores and grades, standards-based report cards, portfolios, and conferences, consistently highlighting opportunities for student involvement. That is, communication for learning, if you please. Well, there you have it, an overview of the unique features of our ATI offering. This, our newest, most efficient, and most effective program, offers practical ways to connect your state standards directly to instruction and accurate classroom assessments using the full range of available methods. But most compelling is its ability to help you tap the power of assessment for learning. That is, student involvement in assessment, record keeping, and communication in ways that can yield unprecedented achievement gains for your students. The opening chapters of both the teacher and school leader text will show you how to get started. There you'll learn more about how to prepare for and how to commence that learning team experience. I'm sure you will find it to be a very engaging and productive program. And by the way, so will your students. Thanks for caring about the accuracy and effectiveness of your assessments and about the well-being of your students. We are sure that you'll find it to be an enjoyable program.